He'd been playing guitar for 4 years, only learning cool riffs and dreaming of being a jukebox hero. The riffs were a challenge, but the most difficult thing he could imagine was to play a full song, actually in front of a group of people.
In the past, I'd never been able to play in front of people, to play a full song, or to lead in singing. But in Ensenada this year, I was challenged to play and to lead in a song in front of around 50 kids, and not in English, but in Spanish.
As a high school student in Davis, California, Peter was a member of the youth group at the University Covenant Church. Every year, the group took a mission trip to Mexico to be of service to the Christian community at Tinajitas, a village on the outskirts of Ensenada. But in between digging latrines and painting community halls, the teens had time for fellowship with their Mexican peers and for worship.
Once I got into it though, and felt God working through me, I found myself so into the music that I would try to say things like, "Okay, let's do it quiet this time," and "now loud this time." I didn't know all those words in Spanish, but I didn't let that stop me, and with God's great translational power, and the help of translators, I was able to get my point across. It was really fun and moving for me, and it really just energized the youth group.
This was Peter's third and final year serving in Ensenada.
My first year there, a few years prior, I co-led a song with one of my friends from Davis on guitar. Neither one of us was very good, so we picked a really easy song. And I can truly tell you that my playing back then would not have inspired many.
But apparently, it had had a big impact on a boy named Isai, the pastor's son.
Isai loved to sing with us, and was always looking at my fingering and really curious about my guitar. That first year, he had kind of a rickety guitar, and he kind of strummed along with me on some of the songs. He's actually now my best friend in Mexico, by the way.
But this year, when Peter traveled to the village and attended a gathering, the pastor invited important members of the church to speak. It was Isai who went up to speak. He said that Peter had inspired him to pick up a guitar 3 years ago and lead worship.
So this year, to my surprise, I saw Isai leading worship, playing guitar, piano, and drums, and even singing. When I saw him this year, he played and led one of the most soulful worships I had ever attended. Like I said, I hadn't been very good back then, so it must have been God working through me that had inspired him. I had brought him some guitar strings to encourage him, but I had no idea what an impact I'd already made.
It was one of the most vision-altering events Peter had ever experienced.
Sometimes you don't see the effect you have on people. Many people believe just 1 week working in a place over 1 year. How much impact can you make?
But through Isai, God was showing Peter that he could inspire people, and that the inspiration of just one person can send massive waves through a community.
Truth is, you're more than one person when you inspire someone.